I'm live. I'm sorry. I was trying to put the little countdown in there. Come on in. And it wasn't, I don't know what it was doing. Hold on, let me turn I can go ahead and get started. We've been waiting too long. Hey y'all, let the show begin. Exactly, socialite. Hey socialite, hey Ahova. James said he on both channels. Yes, I see you. Shout out to all the YouTubers in the building. All the straight from the A Facebookers in the building. I'm ready. Y'all ready? I'm ready. Are y'all ready? Did y'all watch the Housewives tonight? Because I got some things to talk about. I already posted my recap over on the site. You know, I'll be like, you know, that's where I'm getting my notes from. So y'all can follow along. You can go over on straightfromtheA.com. Right now, I wrote a post called 5 Things Revealed on Season 12, Episode 4 of The Real Housewives of Atlanta. The title of the episode is called Love, Marriage, and Sour Peaches. Now, I wonder who the Sour Peach is. Who is the Sour Peach? Did y'all see Nene and Cynthia? We go ahead and start with them since we got we had a little hold on. I'm sorry. Too much stuff going on over here. Last week they left us with a little cliffhanger, and it was Cynthia and Nene meeting each other for the first time this season on the Bravo float. I don't know if y'all recall all the housewives, several of the housewives, not all of them, because Porsha wasn't there, and Kandi wasn't there, and Kenya wasn't there. But who was there was Cynthia, Eva, Marlo, Nene. Who else? Was that it? Oh, and Cynthia's daughter, Noelle, who happened to have came out as a lesbian. I mean, she said she's sexually fluid, but I'm going to go with what the internet say. The internet told Tank is no such thing as sexual fluidity. They told Malik Yoba, you can't like a woman with titties and dicks. So at the end of the day, I'm telling Noelle, like, if you only dating girls, that means you a lesbian. Am I correct? I mean, let me know. I don't know. But, so Cynthia and Noelle, you know, Cynthia took Noelle so they could celebrate Pride. Nene said, hey girl, hey Miss Bailey, and Cynthia said, hey, and they both kind of like, you know, dapped each other up or whatever. For a hot second, it looked like Cynthia didn't want to speak. It looked like Cynthia was going to ignore her. Let me see, I think I had a little picture. I don't think I did. It looked like Cynthia was going to give her the side eye, but I don't know if I got that picture in here, so I guess it don't matter. Yeah, there it is. Well, that's when Cynthia was on the floor. But it looked like Cynthia was going to give her the side eye. But, you know, Nene kind of walked past her, said, hey, while she was doing the interview. Came back. And, you know, when she was coming back by, Cynthia decided to tell her she looked really nice. And she said thank you as she went on over to her other side of the float. And then, you know, what's funny is, you know, Nene spoke to Noelle, too. Asked her, was she out of school for the summer? I don't know. I might have cut a little bit of shade from that because remember, Nene was supposed to be in college. She was supposed to be away for college, but she's back indefinitely. But they hadn't addressed that, although they did address her sexuality. But we aren't going to even go with that because she's a kid. Well, she's 20, so technically she's not a kid. But again, I digress. But and Noelle was like, yes, I'm home or whatever. And Nene was like, great. And what I found was shocking was Noelle was going to ask her mom, you know, Nene spoke to me. Is that okay? Like, why wouldn't it be okay? And even Cynthia was like, why wouldn't it be okay? You haven't done anything to her. She ain't done nothing to you. I guess y'all cool. But, you know, it's your mama. If you know your mama beefing with somebody, I'm sure Noelle done heard Cynthia dragging Nene out all over the house. So Noelle was like, Mom. But anyway, let me move along because that's less inconsequential. Let me see who is in this chat right now. Let me see. Andrea says Cynthia got a lot of damn nerve acting like she wasn't caught on that mic. Okay. Hey Michelle, what's up? T Willis, what is up? Shanice. Okay, I see everybody's in here. Nightbody's in here. Pauline Reed over on Facebook said, yes, I remember this scene before with Kenya Moore was crying and leaving the room. Okay, I just don't believe Kenya. I don't like Marlo bullying Eva because she don't want to fake it with her. But we gonna get there. Let me finish my little recap. We gonna get there. Okay, so let me go ahead and talk about Marlo and Eva. Marlo has called Eva out several times. Last season, y'all remember Marlo was the one who brought the bone. She was the bone carrier. She talked to Eva's bridesmaids, and she told Eva, well, she told everybody that Eva's bridesmaid had said that she was broke. She was bouncing from house to house. She was borrowing houses to look like she was living, you know, like the Joneses. She was driving a Jeep that she got with a CPN number because her credit was bad. What else they say about her? They had a whole bunch of stuff going around about Eva that she didn't pay her makeup artist. Her makeup artist was mad, and they was dragging her all, you know, in the Atlanta streets about not paying people. Yeah, Marlo just had all the tea. So Marlo told Nene. Nene was shocked. And I think Marlo ended up telling everybody. Apparently, Nene tried to warn Eva. Eva got pissed off at Nene because they was mic'd up as if they're not on a reality show. And the rest is history. So now Eva has a grudge against Nene and Marlo. Nene refers to Marlo as Nene's lapdog. When she see Marlo getting on the float, she was like, they're going to Nene's lapdog. And, you know, it is what it is. But later on that day, Cynthia, I guess Marlo invited Cynthia out to dinner or whatever. I guess she trying to figure out what's going on between Nene and Cynthia, and she's in the middle. So she goes out. Cynthia, meanwhile, is already having dinner with Eva. So Cynthia decides that, you know, this time she's going to warn the person that someone else is coming. She's not going to surprise nobody else. Because remember, she surprised Nene last year with Kenya. And she told Nene at the reunion, because Nene was hurt about it. She was like, I don't give a damn about your feelings. Like, why should I care? So now, all of a sudden, she has a change of heart. She has said, going forward, I just need to make sure that everybody knows about anybody showing up if they ain't checking for them. That sounds almost like an admission of guilt to me. I don't know about y'all, but that kind of sounds like an admission of guilt. But so, you know, when Eva and Cynthia sitting there, I guess she didn't tell Eva from the beginning that Marlo was going to be there. But she told her, she was like, Marlo's supposed to be coming. And Eva was like, well, I'm not staying if Marlo's coming. She, you know, gets her little food to go. Marlo gets there. Eva gets up just as Marlo arrives. Marlo shades the hell out of Eva, called her a fraud, called her broke. All of that. And Eva took her food over to the counter to eat her food. She didn't even want to sit there with Marlo. She was like, I'm gone. You can have a little piece of my duck. I'm just going to sit over here off camera while y'all drag me. So Marlo calls her out, still calls her out, says she a bisexual. Marlo just will not quit. Marlo is coming with guns blazing. But Cynthia said, you know, she don't want to talk about Eva. All of a sudden, she don't want to, you know, talk about other people. It's all love and light when it comes to her new BFF. But remember, she can talk about Nene with everybody. Talk about Nene with Kenya. Talk about Nene with Eva. Talk about Nene with Kandi. But now she can't talk about Eva with nobody. So she changes the subject because she said she want to keep things positive. But in keeping things positive, what did she do? She changed the subject to start talking about Nene. You know, saying that Nene dragged her on the internet, dragged her here. Nene shouldn't have said what she said. Meanwhile, she did what, 7 interviews? So she said she's not going to take the high road this time. She's tired of taking the high road, whatever that means, because I don't know. As far as Cynthia is concerned, I think Cynthia is one of those people. She's just really, she presents as nice and sweet, and she kind of stabs some people in the back while being nice and sweet. But, you know, there is that. But she says she's not going to do it this time. She does not care about nobody's feelings. Marlo, meanwhile, says, you know, look, you know, y'all have been friends for over 10 years. It's always been that way. Like, look, Cynthia used to be the lapdog. That's what Nene said on Watch What Happens Live. But she clearly ain't the lapdog no more. But Marlo tries to convince Cynthia to sit down with Nene. She said, you sat down with Eva. You sitting down with me. Why you can't sit down with Nene? Cynthia said, I'm not ready. You know, I'm not ready yet. And I don't think she is either. But you remember, Nene reached out to her, even though it was a nasty text. It was a shady text, but that was an olive branch, like I said, you know, last week. But again, what's the word? I digress. So let's move on. Let's move on to Porsha. Porsha. Why do we have to submit ourselves to Porsha's storyline, knowing dang well that Porsha ass and Dennis ass are back together right now? In fact, I reported over the summer that they didn't even break up. This whole Porsha storyline is concocted because, a raggedy ass blogger on YouTube decided to create a story about Dennis humping cows or something, and it went viral. It was embarrassing. It embarrassed a random person in Atlanta, and they decided that the best way to debunk the rumor was to come on and pretend, and that's what they're doing. They kind of debunked the rumor about Cecilia Ward. They debunked the rumor about other things. They kind of made light of, the animalistic, stuff, showed Porsha in a onesie with a tail. They kind of made fun of it, and now here we are, Porsha pretending to be a single mom, and we know that Dennis is downstairs in the basement. Last week she got busted. Remember, she told Shamia Dennis and I had sex last night, and the only reason she confided in Shamia was because the camera had caught her and caught Dennis leaving and kissing on the cheek. And now here we are again. She didn't get caught this time, but she got up, got ready to go to work, had her mama helping her, while Dennis hid out in the basement, and she's doing everything like she's a single mom. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm just not buying this whole Porsha thing. Porsha, somebody says, Pauline Reed says she seems really hurt. I think she's just acting really well. I really do, because they got back together really quickly. I mean, the what's her name? Dr. Sherry, I guess that's her name. The psychiatrist, she gives her some good advice. She was like, the same thing everybody is telling you. That's what I told you, how the producers kind of concocted this story based off what y'all was saying all summer, based off of Porsha's spinoff. They got together too quickly. Porsha just wanted a baby. She don't want that man, all of that. So what does she do? She come back and pretend like he cheated on her. She don't want him no more. The door is closed. Now they going to counseling. Last week, we didn't even see Dennis in counseling, but she claims that Dennis told her that he cheated on her and confided, but we didn't get to see that. We didn't see none of that. But here we are again in counseling, and Dennis is not there this week either, so they decide to go ahead and film with just Porsha. The doctor tells Porsha, maybe you should consider, where you want to be, where you want to go. Forgiveness isn't for him. Forgiveness is for you. What y'all gonna do? Portia's like, stop, dog. So Porsha, like, she want to co-parent. She want to do this, but she says the door is closed. But in her confessional, she says, maybe one day I can forgive him. So it's like, which one you gonna do? Which one you gonna forgive him? It's the door closed. I don't know. I know, when the heart is involved and when children is involved, there are things that, we can't make our mind on. But I'm not buying it. I am just not buying it. Dennis and Porsha did not break up. They had a whole spinoff. I don't know why y'all pretending like we weren't just cheering and cheering for their love all over the summer. Now all of a sudden, 1 month later, it all broke up like that. I am not believing that. But that's just me. Y'all can believe whatever y'all want to believe. And I'll just play along. So let me skip on over Porsha. Now, Nene and Marlo got together again. Marlo got with Nene this time. You see, Marlo has picked up what Sheree used to be. Remember when Sheree came back and she was the bone carrier? Now they booted Sheree. She ain't there no more. So now Marlo's getting paid to carry these bones back and forth between these ladies that aren't getting along. So Marlo, has a little lunch date with Nene. She arrives wearing her sequins in the middle of the day. Marlo loves her little sequin outfit in the middle of the day, because you remember when she went out with Kandi, when she took her nephews out to the trampoline park, she had on a sequin jacket with some sneakers. It's like Marlo and these sequins. But again, she felt it was the perfect time to talk about, Cynthia. First, she talked about Eva. Now, she had to throw Eva out there because she was like, she's stunned that Eva is so salty about, what her bridesmaid said. Why she mad at me? It's her bridesmaid that said it. And she was like, she didn't make the tea, she spilled it. Right? She just spilled it. She didn't, just like me. I don't make the news, I just blog about it. But, eventually, they showed a little clip of that. They showed, Nene acting shocked and all that. And it was actually the bridesmaid that told Marlo. So, that gives me, now I'm giving Eva the side eye. Why are you mad? Why are you mad at Nene, Eva? Is it just because you and Cynthia have formed this little bond that we didn't know existed? I don't know. Put your ones in the air if you care. I don't know. Ever since they've been calling Eva out for being colorist, it's like, girl, I don't even want to talk about Eva. Excuse me. Now, the topic with Nene and Marlo soon turns to Cynthia, of course, because that's why she's there. Nene, talks about how Cynthia went on this whole worldwide promo tour to discuss, their relationship. She said she did one interview. Cynthia did like 7. She went on Kandi's Speak On It show. She went on Watch What Happens Live. She went on about 3, 4, 5 blogs. She then went on Jenny McCarthy. Cynthia went on several shows, called Nene toxic, said she was the worst friend ever, and how she's, she didn't care what you thought, all kind of stuff. Nene did 1 interview, Cynthia did 7. Nene just keeps pounding that out there. She did 7 interviews about me. So Nene said in her confessional, it's so funny to me because she acted like she was crying, but we didn't see no tears. But Nene was like, I just loved her like a sister. And then the producers kind of flipped it and then went on to, them having lunch. And Nene was like, is that calamari or whatever? But, in her confessional, she seemed to get a little emotional. And she also said, that there's another side to Cynthia. And she notes, just like there's a Nene, there is a 52 cent. Is it 52 or 51? I don't know how old Cynthia is now. But yeah, there's a 52 cent. So Marlo, you remember when Marlo and Kandi was at the trampoline park, and Marlo said, because Kandi was like, we just don't know how to deal with you because we don't know if, you Nene's lapdog. She didn't say those words, but that's kind of what she meant. But Marlo was like, I be checking Nene. Y'all just don't see it. I check her. So now it seems like every single time we see Marlo with Nene, she kind of checking her on something. Well, you need to do this or you need to do that. This time, she brought up the fact that Nene might need to, forgive Cynthia. Maybe you need to own up to your part in it. Maybe you need to think about it. Both of y'all, neither one of y'all shouldn't have went to social media. Both of y'all wrong. And Nene's way, well, she went first and blah, blah, blah. I done been there. They went first. Why I gotta pull back? When you in your feelings about somebody that betrayed you, they just betrayed you. Can't nobody tell you how to get mad. So Nene ends up checking Marlo instead of Marlo checking Nene. And she said, mind your business. This ain't even your business. Stay out of it. This is my personal business. It's personal. I want to handle it the way I'm handling it. Marlo still tried to talk her into doing it her way. What Nene do? She got up and walked off. Nene went and got in that damn cart. Nene went and got in that damn cart. And she was like deuces. Meanwhile, Marlo coming out with her sequins on looking for a Nene in the horse-drawn buggy, riding away. It was hilarious. But, she was just like, I'm done talking about it. Now, we already know about Kandi and her surrogacy journey. Kandi, shout out to the Burris Tucker family on the arrival of baby Blaze. Baby Blaze was born on Friday. There is a post on straightfromtheA.com, and Kandi also did a video speaking about it. Pardon me. But shout out to them on that. We saw, we're seeing a bit of their journey. They did the ultrasound. Ace was there. They're happy. Now that we already know how it ends and they got the baby, it's like, why even talk about it? But let's move on. Kandi and Kenya are apparently getting to be really, really close. Kenya comes over to, talk to Kandi for a little while. And it seems like, she's in search of something. And I'm not quite sure what that is. She kind of seems to want some empathy from Kandi about their relationship, about her marriage, because she's comparing her marriage with Kandi and Todd. Because she was like, our marriage is similar. Our marriage has some similarities. How did, you're a newlywed just like I am. Like, what happened when you got pregnant? I mean, when I got pregnant, it seemed like Mark didn't want to have sex anymore. The bigger my stomach got, the less he desired me. And Kandi was like, you see her face right there? Kandi was like, I don't know. That's not what had happened to me. What had happened to me, it stopped for a minute while I was pregnant, but after Ace was born, it picked right back up. We was right back in the swing of things. So Kenya kept kind of digging, trying to see if, it was some similarities. Then it got to the point where Kandi was like, well, what the hell is wrong? What is going on in this marriage? Like, why can't you talk to him? And Kenya admitted, well, first of all, she admitted one thing that I found surprising was that Brooklyn was born on the 3rd. I don't know if y'all caught that, but remember, she announced it that Brooklyn was born on the 4th. And remember, she announced it because the 4th was when Real Housewives of Atlanta season 11 actually premiered without her when she was fired that season. And she was trying to shade the premiere of the episode because, you know, she wasn't going to be on it. But, you know, I found it interesting that all of a sudden she's, you know, fessing up to the date that Brooklyn was actually born. And Kandi said, you know, my baby's gonna be born in November too. And like I already said, you know, she got baby Blaze. Blaze was born on Friday. She also said that Mark doesn't want to go anywhere without the baby, and he didn't want to like take nannies with him. Somebody on Twitter called her out about that and said that Kenya was lying about the nanny because just the other day she said she had nannies in New York and nannies in Atlanta. Now all of a sudden you saying that Mark don't want to like hire a nanny to go back and forth, I mean go on vacation with y'all, but y'all got nannies in every city. What would be the big deal? So, you know, I found that a little bit interesting. What else did she say? I'm trying to think, because I could drag Kenya, but I'm trying my best not to. Blaze is a really cool name, HTHTV. I'm trying my best not to drag Kenya. Okay, she said her sex life was diminished. Oh, she revealed about her anniversary trip. She said that, you know, she went on the anniversary trip alone because Mark didn't want to hire the nanny. And so Kandi was kind of surprised to hear that. She was like, alone? Like, why would you go on your anniversary trip alone? That makes absolutely no sense. And Kandi said in her confessional that it's almost like Mark doesn't want to be here. He isn't trying to be here. Kenya begins, you know, in this particular scene, Kenya was crying. She said that things escalate between them and that lines were crossed. And, you know, the one thing she wants to do is protect her child from seeing them in this toxic relationship because no one was there to protect her. So she wants to protect her daughter. You know, I've always looked at this relationship as like, is it real? Is it fake? I don't know. It just kind of seems a bit, it just seems contrived. How coincidental is it that now that Kenya was being forced to like show her relationship on TV, that now it's falling apart? I'm just saying, it just seems a little bit coincidental. In her confessional, Kenya admits that Mark was more careful with his tone when they first got together, but as time went on, it's like a no-holds-barred kind of attitude. And you know what's crazy is a lot of people are calling her out about that and said that's just karma, the way you done treated people over the years. And Bravo's shady ass started pulling receipts of her calling people a tire hoe, you're an old hoe, or whatever she was calling Porsha on the megaphone. They just start showing all these different clips of her calling people's names, and so she's saying that somebody is calling her name. So we looking at it like, okay, interesting. Also a producer asked Kenya, how does he speak to you and what is his tone like? And Kenya can't answer the question directly. She was like, I don't want to answer that. I can't answer that. And honestly, I feel like the reason she can't answer that is because if you recall when Mark issued his divorce statement the same day that Kenya issued hers, he said that that he would, you know, consider legal representation if his reputation was tarnished. So a lot of people were taking that to mean that he would come after bloggers for speaking about, you know, the breakup, but I took it to mean that he's protecting his business reputation from whatever Kenya has in store, you know, this season on the show. Like, it's interesting because if she calls him out like he's a wife beater or something and he didn't, it's gonna get real ugly. That's all I got to say. So that's all I got. And next week, we're gonna see Cynthia falling out with Kenya. I told y'all before, Kenya to use Cynthia and Kandi to get her peach back. Now that she got her peach back, she does not need Cynthia anymore. Cynthia's looking like a whole ass fool because she done stabbed her one friend she had in the back to get Kenya back on the show, and now Kenya don't want to fuck with her no more. I'm like, girl, do y'all see what I see? Y'all probably don't, because I'm just like, I just be seeing it, and I don't even know. I don't even know how to verbalize it anymore. It's just like, girl, why do we have to go through this? So I would love to hear what you guys have to say about this week's episode. Y'all know I like the little call in and stuff. I'm done with my little recap. That's all I got. If you like to watch the written version of the recap or read the written version of the recap, you can do so on straightfromtheA.com, and the full episode is also available for you to watch and, you know, rewind and all of that stuff and see if what I'm saying is factual when you already know it is. So the phone number is 718-362-6360. PIN number is 9427819. 427-819. And I'm putting it in all of the chats right now. And I am calling in. Thank you so much, C. Patterson. I appreciate you.